So a friend of mine posts on their YouTube that they're over their nephew's house, and their nephew says that I want a girl that's my color, and they say something like stick to your own kind and something else, and I forget what it is. I've tried to search the wall of this friend that I had on Facebook. I have on Facebook. And the post is no longer visible. I would have liked to have seen it and saved it, because I wanted to go over the conversation and actually see if I was overreacting or not. I do not believe I was, because, well, I actually replied with 3 dots, which basically means I don't have it. I'm kind of speechless on it. But what happens is, I basically said that stick to your own kind is a bunch of hooey, and that I've suffered more discrimination at the hands of black people or than other groups, basically white people, and that has been true through my whole experience. And I said, stick to your own kind is a bunch of hooey. I've experienced more discrimination with my own. And then she replied, then I replied, and it was like, well, I said that hating when people don't date outside their people date outside their race, people with okay. If I dated a white man, okay, and some people may say, well, you seem to be attracted to a lot of white men, like every time I see you, you're always looking at a white guy. You're always, every guy that you seem attracted to is white. Well, and they might say, well, you hate your race, and that's why you like white men, and that's not the case at all. So, just because someone is attracted to or seems predominantly attracted to members outside of their race does not mean that they hate their race. And I think that that's a lot of times what people pseudo intellectuals try to say that and make a justification for their racism. Now, race plays a part in our daily lives because because oftentimes in a police when police are looking for someone, black male, 6'2", green eyes, wears glasses, or maybe green eyes, facial hair, race plays a part in our everyday lives. But with the status, with the whole stick to your own kind, that really got me, because I've dealt with more racism from black people than I ever have white people. And you know what? The thing is, I'm just going to be real about it. We are so unprepared and we are so sensitive about race that we don't acknowledge the existence of racism, and we're shocked when it shows its ugly face. Like with the young white girl who was beaten by her mother and father when they found out that she was dating a black man, and they told her that she was a disgrace to her family because she'd been dating a black man. Now, there have been people that probably will say, he hates his race, or she hates hers, but yet let's put a black woman and a white man on that, and you think all of a sudden the white man is taking care of the black woman. But then again, if you flip that around, the black man is living off the white woman. So we have a lot a lot of progress to make, of course. But it was just really, though, that the whole thing for me was that the whole stick to your own kind, that really put a thorn in my side, because it's I've always heard that, and even, I remember one time I was sort of seeing this girl in high school, and she was white, and I show a picture to my grandpa, and he says, you can get a better one, and meaning you can get a black girl. And it's like, well, I could, but this is the one I've got now. So that was my whole thing, and even with, I sometimes think of West Side Story, when Anita finds out that Maria and Tony have been dating, and she says, a boy like that, forget that boy and find another, one of your own kind, stick to your own kind. And my own kind has stabbed me in the back enough. So, as far as I'm concerned, my kind is the kind that treats me as a human being, solely because I am and I belong to them, and they belong to me, and they have not forgotten that. That is my own. Regardless of race, regardless of color, regardless of religion, unless they're a Christo-fascist or an Islamo-fascist or just fascist all together, which there's a difference between fascism and socialism, but they kind of mirror each other at points or whatever. But I really just, yeah, that kind of just rubbed me the wrong way because of just like my history with racism. So, of course, there was a misunderstanding between me and this friend, and I still love you, girl. You know, it's all right. You know, it's just that post really brought out a lot of bad feelings in me, and it was really just kind of just something that I wanted, I guess, like I kind of, that's a sentiment that I hate seeing, and it is racist. Even if, you know, even if I know that she's not racist, she's not at all, but that's a very racist sentiment to say. But again, we have to acknowledge the reality of race. That's why I like Charles Barkley so much. So thank you. Have a great day, YouTube, and I'll see you later.